Hello, lovely people. Thank you for visiting my channel. My name is Sharon. A very warm welcome to you. So, the Spirit Fam have said, stop what you're doing. Let's stop and take stock. What does this say? Stop and take in the view. I'm hearing stop and smell the flowers. We need to take stock of what we're doing and where we're going and where we're headed in our lives. Because what's happening, what they're telling me is happening is, and what they're showing me actually is the collective. We're all running around here, there and everywhere like a bunch of headless chickens, to be fair. And we're not really going anywhere fast. We're not getting anywhere. It's like we're kind of going, oh, I have to pay the mortgage, feed the kids, walk the dog, whatever, this and this. Excuse me. But are we actually making any progress forward? Because there is like this hold over us at the moment, and it's like we're feeling trapped. A bit like the Eight of Swords kind of energy, where we're all feeling a bit tied up. So let's just stop and take stock of our lives, and start moving forward now in the right direction. This is the other gorgeous card that I've got out. This is Plant Seeds of Intention. So what we need to do is actually think about now what it is that we're doing, where we want to go and where we want to grow and glow. What does this card say? Go, grow, glow. How cool is that? So let's think about really what we want to achieve now. And are we going to continue on this path that we're on now? Because we are now in the energy of Uranus in Gemini, which has been mentioned loads of times on this channel and other channels as well. And so, which means that the energy is just going to get a bit like a Gemini, so it's going to be an absolute roller coaster. So let's get in mind what we want to achieve. If you think about, say, for example, okay, so we're in July now. Well, let's think about what you want to have achieved by Christmas in 2025, okay, or by Christmas 2026. It doesn't even matter. But it's what is important to you so that you can feel that sense of achievement. Because when we come back to ourselves and start to feel that sense of achievement, that's when our inspiration grows. That's where we get to the core of our being, and that's where our vibration increases. What we put out into the universe, we absolutely get back. So the higher that you raise your vibration, i.e. going for walks in nature, sitting in meditation, not listening to the nonsense on the news, surrounding yourself with people that raise you up, not the ones that bring you down or make you upset or hurt or angry. Don't want any of that nonsense now. We're done with that. Okay, that's the end. We are in a brand new cycle of Uranus in Gemini for the next 8 years. I think it goes in retrograde, I think in something like November, I think, but then comes back, or it's like goes into retrograde. Uranus goes into retrograde in November until around about March time, I think, of next year, but then it comes back, and we've got it then until 2033. So we've got to get used to this energy. It's easy for me. I'm a Gemini sun, so I know exactly what my energy is like. But for other people, it might be very difficult. So what we've got to do now is get focused. Think about where it is that you want to go, who you want to be. Because you can change yourself. You know, look at people like, I don't know, Madonna or somebody like that, you know, always changing the hair, the clothes, the style, whatever, like seemingly like every month or whatever. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because it's all about upgrades, etc. It's all about learning new things and learning new ways of being and observing and seeing things in a different way, from a different perspective. Let's see what else. Sorry for the extraneous noise today. There seems to be a lot. I've just got a helicopter going over now. I've had the ice cream van in the previous video, so I apologise if you can hear any of that. I don't know if you can, but if you can, you know, just go with the flow. These are things of life, aren't they? So we've got one of my favourite cards, the King of Cups, the King of Love, my shepherd is, as I always say. And this card is just Poseidon to me, and he's got such wonderful flowing energy. He has such wisdom and such knowledge, not only of the creatures of the sea and the ocean itself, but of everything, every being. And he's saying now, rise up with the power of the ocean and take stock of where we're going, and let the ocean carry us on the waves of love to where we want to go. That's what he's saying at the moment. He's also saying, he's got such a beautiful face. He's also saying that as you can see, this fish here, and he's kind of laughing at the fish. He's saying, if that's a challenge to you, then just laugh in the face of challenges, because they're all here to teach us something. And stop. Okay, so what else he's saying is, where this card says stop and take in the view, what Poseidon is saying is, stop and look at this challenge, this fish, not only laugh at it in its face, but say, okay, I'm ready for you. Let's see what lesson this is all about. Okay, as well. We're trying to juggle too much. We're trying to do, as I said, here, there and everywhere, like these headless chickens that I keep being shown. We've got to drop some of these juggling balls, or juggling flame, fire, throwy, whatever these are. Let's drop some of those now, because it's getting too much. Let's start to come back to us now. Simplify our lives. And I'm not saying, you know, don't buy anything that you like or you want or you love, because that doesn't matter, okay? But don't try and keep up with everybody else, because it's never going to work, okay? So if your next door neighbour has new carpets or whatever, it doesn't mean to say you've got to do the same, okay? That's all we're saying. When I say we, I mean me and the fam, okay? 8 of Pentacles. I've just heard that saying, there's many a tune played on an old fiddle. And I don't know, well, I know where that's come from. That's not come from me, because that's something I would never say. But something like that, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah, we've got to start playing our own fiddle now instead of everybody else's. That's what they're saying. Start to stand in our own truth and our own strength. Speak your truth. Do not fear. I mean, there's definitely a theme with these messages that I'm giving you at the moment, because they all seem to be linked. 2 of Cups. This is about really now finding balance between the ego and the spiritual, that I'm being told. So no more trying to keep up with the Joneses or the Kardashians. Just be yourself and stop worrying about other people. Stop worrying about what Bob down the road has got and what you haven't. What we have to do at this time is actually focus on what we have got and start bringing gratitude into our consciousness, because the more gratitude that you put out there, the more thanks that you give to the universe, the more you will get back to be thankful for. Okay? Don't forget, everything that you put out into the universe, we get back, because it's a mirror of us. No more headless chicken time. That's gone now. That really has got to stop. It's what they're saying is it's because we're okay. Sorry, they're telling me to show you this card again. What they're saying is obviously this is my perception, but some of the fam are kind of watching at us, and they're trying to guide us, but they can see what we're doing to ourselves, and it's almost like we're breaking our own hearts, because it's almost like we're telling ourselves it's never enough. We're never good enough. I haven't got enough money. I haven't got the posh house or the posh car. Why have they got that and I haven't? That's what we're constantly doing. Why has she got an 18-inch waist and mine's 300 inches or whatever? You kind of get what I mean. Sorry, that sounds a bit ridiculous, but you kind of understand. I'm hoping that you understand what I'm talking about here, or what the fam is talking about. Because I want you to understand that everything that comes out of my mouth to you comes from the fam, whether that is angelic fam, spirit fam, galactic fam, etc. Okay, ascended masters. And I give it to you in the way that I can understand, and hopefully in a way that you can understand as well. This is my own perception. And as I always say, every spiritualist reader, every intuitive, every psychic medium, whatever you want to call anybody, to me, they're just labels. I'm just me. Okay. Whatever you want to label yourself as, we all have different perceptions. So somebody else could be having exactly the same card decks as me showing to you, and you will get a completely different reading. It's because we all have different perceptions. Now, I listen to the fam and I read the cards as well. A lot of the times the cards speak to me. Now, not everybody does it in that way. This is just how I do it, okay? And I do what I'm told. Like when they tell me to show you this card again, that's what I'm going to do. Okay? And I hope that's okay with you. I really do. Oh, God. Right, okay, so we've got the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. It's quite watery, isn't it? There we go, my lovelies. Gorgeous cards, aren't they? So let's have a look. Okay, so instantly this card is saying to me, we're kind of looking out from the shore onto this ship and thinking, or like longing for, it's like a yearning, like I want what they've got kind of energy is coming through with this card. And all we've got to do is just realize that if we just turn around, we've got the treasure as well. It's just in a different form. Okay. 7 of Cups, because we've got all these choices that we have to make. And this is the headless chicken thing again. This is what they're giving to me. There's too much choice out there, they're saying. We have created too much choice, and our heads are absolutely battered by it all. Okay. Let's start stepping into our Queen and King energy now. We know that we've got everything that we need. We don't have to keep up with the Joneses or the Smiths or whatever, because we're all different. We're all on our own journey, and things always come to us at the right time. It's always in divine timing. See a little butterfly on her shoulder, transformation. I said in one of my other videos that I keep seeing white butterflies in my garden, and I have a feeling one of my neighbours is growing cabbages, so that's probably why. But to me, they're always, it's all about transformation, which is good because we are in a transformative time at the moment with this whole Uranus in Gemini energy. There's too much of this temptation now. We're feeling depressed, you see. We can see that we're on this apple and we've taken a bite, but we're not satisfied. We just want more and more. We just want more and more and more and more treasure, bigger, faster, better. But is it really faster and better, bigger? We've just got to learn now. What they're saying is, learn to stop and take a break from it all, because it is absolutely what they're saying. In the way that I understand it, they're saying that it's absolutely doing our own heads in with it, because we're never happy, we're never satisfied with our lot, you know, and we can blame it on the way that the world is these days, the way life has changed. But the point is, what they're trying to say is, and what Abraham Lincoln said to me last week, and that stuck with me. He said, the world has changed, but you haven't. We haven't changed. Yes, the world has changed since he was here, walking around on this planet. But the people haven't. We haven't. We still want what we can't afford. We still want love. We still want acceptance. We still want the truth. And I am trying to bring the truth to you now, to us all, because I'm learning as well. And the more that I do these messages to you, the more that I'm learning as well. And I have to watch them back because I can't remember what I've said, literally from 1 minute to the next. And I find that quite amazing and bizarre, but it's nice for me because it means then that even though I ask for protection around these readings, it means that the energy, the energetic frequency of my words don't cling to me, but they're coming out to you and out into the universe. Should we go to a different deck? Yes, I'm feeling it. Let's have a look at another deck. Partnership, the sacred union. Let's take another one. Survival, false promises. Yeah, okay. This is about the love of the collective, knowing that we are all one. And this is where it says false promises. That's the false promises of the lower vibrational energy that thinks they run this planet, or believe that they run this planet. Okay, so I'm being shown a stage now, and the collective are waiting in the wings. Excuse me. And the powers that be are on the stage. But we've kind of had our cue now to take a step forward onto that stage. It's wonderful. I can see like red velvet curtains as well, and it's got like gold tassels on them and everything, you know, like the swoops that they would have on those old-fashioned theatres that maybe are still around in some places. Wonderful. But I can also see some of the collective in the audience as well. And the people on the stage are actually now starting to be booed. It's like the collective now, we're getting bored. We've had enough of the nonsense and the shenanigans. And okay, so I can I can see now some of the audience are actually now like starting to throw fruit hats, and I don't mean literally. I wouldn't recommend you go and do that to anybody in power. Start going throwing fruit at them or anything like that. But this is, I'm seeing this psychically. Okay, it's what I'm being shown. We don't want to get into trouble. You know, as much as I say to people, you know, speak your mind and speak your truth, you know, there are limits. But yeah, it's almost like, do you remember the stocks of the olden days where, you know, a criminal or somebody would be put into the stocks, you know, with the head through and the hands and everything, and then you would throw rotten tomatoes at them or something like, it's a bit like that. And it's because we're getting bored and we've had enough now, and it's like, right, okay, so what else can they throw at us now? You know, when's the next pandemic coming? That kind of thing, you know. So this says to me, we've got to stick together, because as one, we have the power. They don't, and they know it, and they don't like it. Yeah, false promises. Nonsense. Let's get an angel card. What time? Oh yeah, we're doing okay for time, my lovelies. It's weird. It's like time seems to have stopped. Not stopped, but gone slower, actually, since I'm doing this reading, which is interesting. Okay. So I better get the specs on to read some of these. Sorry, we've got 2 cards that have come out. Sorry about this. I should wear these all the time, really. I would find it a lot easier, I think. I just think that I'm conscious of the reflection in them so that you can't see me. Anyway, so we've got Seraphim, Seraphina, be an ambassador for Earth, build your bridge to Source. So what were we saying about connecting to Source, meditate, you know, just make sure you're doing it. Sorry, itchy nose again, spirit again. They do like to itch my nose and buzz my ear. That's what they do like to do. And I adore them. I absolutely do. Anyway, we were talking about meditation. So, you know, pick your time and your place. Maybe not do it under a tree in Hyde Park or whatever. Or I don't know. I mean, when I did it, I actually think it was in Hyde Park that I did it. And you're probably talking like 30 years ago plus. So maybe nowadays people probably wouldn't even notice you. So yeah, feel free. Do whatever feels right to you. Or just go and sit in a corner of the room or something, you know, with your headphones on. Equally as good. Okay. But yeah, we need to start connecting to Source. Okay. They're telling me to show you this card again and stop this juggling nonsense, because it's too much now. And the other card we have is Archangel Metatron. Increase your light levels, open your stellar gateway chakra, which is the direct link to Source, to the divine. Itchy nose again, sorry. Absolute direct link to Source. And always remember, they're just telling me to remind you that they're only a phone call, a text message away, as they like to say, you know, so that we can understand it, because these are the times we're in. We're all here, there, and everywhere texting everybody, aren't we, nowadays? I'm sure we're all on WhatsApp or whatever. So they like to say things that mean something to us, that we can understand, that is relatable to us. Okay, spirit are only in the next room, ever. So if you're feeling sad because you've lost somebody, you feel like you've lost someone, or they have transitioned to spirit, always remember there is no death to begin with. They are only in the next room, and they are always with you, period. Okay, and that the reason is because we are one. We are connected to everything and everyone. Okay. Let's see if another angel wants to come out. Yep. Okay. Archangel Mariel, manifest for the highest good, work with pure love. Love is the answer to any question. And when we bring love into a situation, when we start to open our hearts and start to see things through the eyes of love, this will automatically, those flames that we're juggling will automatically fizzle out. That's what I've just seen. Okay. And start to understand that the people that are in power, lower vibrational energy, they're here to learn something as well, you know? They just like the control of the collective. And the way that they do that is putting out more rubbish, more shenanigans, more fear. So that is why it is so important that we now come out of that fear and step in to love. Such a gorgeous colour, that fuchsia colour. That is the essence of pure love. I mean, I work heavily with colour. I've always been fascinated and interested, and I've always loved colour. So these three cards to me are just absolutely everything. Look at the colours of them. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Just tap into those just for a second. Beautiful. Right, so I think we're going to wrap it up now. I will do an affirmation, a positive affirmation card, because what I want you to remember is the more that we can stay positive, then the higher our vibrations will rise. Okay. So let's have a look. Okay. So we have, my future is glorious. I now live in limitless love, light and joy. All is well in my world. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So let's keep those positive thoughts. Trust that everything is going to be okay. It's all working out for the highest good. And remember that you are worthy. You are loved more than you could possibly know. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you so feel inclined, then please like and subscribe. It would help this channel to grow and for me to get the message out to more wonderful people such as yourselves. Thank you so much to my spirit fam and the angelic realms, galactic realms, and everybody in spirit that's listening to the sound of my voice. You take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.